Welcome back, everyone. May is Small Business Success Month, and this includes a special day of recognition called Small Business Hero Day. And joining us today are two leaders, one from Intuit QuickBooks and MailChimp, as well as a top small business owner to discuss the importance of small business to our community. So let's welcome Gabriella Mooney and Jon Fasoli. Welcome.
Hey, hi, thanks for having us.
Of course, our pleasure.
Absolutely. So, Jon, let's kick it off. Tell us a little bit more about Small Business Hero Day and what does it mean to be a small business hero?
Sure, yeah. I think sometimes just being a small business makes you a hero, and I'm sure we all have those small businesses in our lives who have been heroic in one way, shape, or form for us as individuals. Small Business Hero Day is just one day of the year to recognize these businesses like Gabby's that are making such a huge impact on their local communities and all of us as their customers.
I love that so much. And Gabriella, you're one of only 3 heroes nationwide. What does this recognition mean to you?
Oh, it means so much to us at Mass Collective. You know, we work really hard to create a community culture of inclusivity, as well as support the arts in the Atlanta area. And so being recognized as part of some of these amazing small businesses, it has been such an amazing experience. You know, we struggle with commercial costs downtown in Atlanta, Georgia, and we had even launched a GoFundMe to try to get through this next phase of our fundraising. And so when we got this, it felt like we had like the motivation to keep going, as well as to, you know, get us through this little moment, and, you know, really feel like we could keep this mission of supporting the arts going in Atlanta.
Love that. And Gabriella, can you tell us a little bit more about Mass Collective and the community that you are serving?
Yeah, so we started in 2012. We work really hard to create a community workspace, and teachers bring instruction to people in our space as well as to the general public, but we really work on being inclusive. So providing underfunded and underrepresented individuals access to these resources in an affordable space. And we are able, through that, to support other small businesses. You know, it's really prohibitively expensive to get some of this equipment as well as this training, especially if you have to work another job. And so we are able to provide that as an option for them. So when they're starting out, they're not sort of, you know, already underwater when it comes to the financials.
I love that. And Jon, you know, we all love local businesses. We like small businesses. We like to support them here in Missouri as well. What role do small businesses play in their communities?
Sure. You know, I think as we all look around our local neighborhoods or down our main street, we have a vision of what that looks like, and it includes vibrant, diverse small businesses, and so they very much make up those communities that you're referring to.
Love that. And then Gabriella, as a small business owner, what advice do you have for people that own small businesses or are wanting to start up a small business and might be a little intimidated by it?
I think the 2 biggest things would be to find something that's purpose-driven that can get you through those really hard moments, because it can be really lonely to be a small business owner. And also, we have a saying where we say, just look up from the dust. So to celebrate what you have done and to celebrate your accomplishments and not just focus on what needs to be done and what, is on your to-do list.
I love that's
Look
fantastic.
up from the dust.
Look up from the dust. I love that.
Good overall advice for every day.
Yeah. Hey, Jon, do you have any, tips for small businesses that maybe could help them succeed? Maybe there's something they don't know.
Sure, yeah. I get this question quite a bit. Top 2 on my list are, first and foremost, pay very special attention to your cash flow, especially in an environment like we're in right now where there's some economic uncertainty on the horizon. Make sure you're getting a tool like QuickBooks, for example, that's going to be able to forecast what that cash flow is, or of course, talk to your accountant, talk to your financial advisor. And second, it really is about marketing. So as a small business starts, the secret sauce is that relationship, that personal relationship with their customers. And as a small business scales, that marketing starts to become more generic. So make sure you find a platform like MailChimp, for example, that will allow you to add that personalization as you start to scale your customer base.
I like that you mentioned customers because, as a consumer, how can they better support small businesses? Gabriella, I think I'll start with you.
Oh, I think you have to be intentional with where you put your money and your time. It can be easy to do the easy option, but search out local businesses. And if you can't spend your money there, then, follow them on social media. Do everything you can to spread the word about what they do and what they offer. Because if you put your money and your time into these small businesses, they will give back to you as well.
Jon, do you have anything to add to that?
I will just add emphasis to vote with our dollars. What do we want our neighborhoods and communities to look like? As you're buying gifts for folks you love, try to add a little bit of that love from your local small business.
Fantastic. And if people want more information, where can they go to learn more about this?
Sure. Check out the QuickBooks blog. It's at quickbooks.intuit.com. For small businesses, a ton of expert tips there. And for the rest of us, some very inspirational stories like Gabby's.
Awesome. Thank you so
Gabriella,
much.
John, thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing you again. All right.
Absolutely.
Don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. That was informative.
That really was.